everyone! If you're new here, I'm Allen with Earthglow, and this channel is all about sharing the joy of not really candle making in this video, but actually more just following the journey of my handmade business. And in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing some products that are really intriguing to me as a biochemistry major and as someone who has an immense love for anything fragrance. So actually I gotten some questions before on my room sprays if I was going to be making a new formula, because I had mentioned in a past video that I didn't like my formula, and I actually I'd sold them a little bit and then discontinued it entirely. I had some room and linen sprays that were with one of those kind of witch hazel based formulas, and I just wasn't really into it personally, and I was also concerned about potential bacteria growth, even though, you know, people talk about witch hazel being a preservative. I wasn't really fully buying into that with a water-based recipe. And so anyways, I reformulated my room sprays entirely, and I will be doing an updated video on that. But I also wanted to share this with you all. I started opening the packages myself. One of them is from Lab Alley. The other one I just got on Amazon. I'll have all these products linked in the description box, but I'm gonna talk to you all about how, what my mission is with these products that I purchased and what I'm gonna be trying to formulate myself, what my goals are, as well as unboxing these and giving you kind of really a raw behind the scenes look more at my handmade business and what my own personal goals and visions are for these products, which are specifically aimed at being like an eau de toilette or an eau de parfum. Sorry, my French is terrible, but anyways, if this is something that you're interested in, then I hope that you're subscribed, and I hope that you keep on watching. So this first one here is from a company called Lab Alley. As I mentioned, I started opening it, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this on camera, because I'm finding that you all are interested in things that are not just related to candles. And please correct me if I am wrong, but I've gotten so much positive feedback from my soap videos, and whoa, this is interesting. Pretty much anything that I have shared, wow, really interesting packaging. I don't know if you all can see this. So this first one here, this is ethyl alcohol, and it's 190 proof. So this is a sugarcane, it's an organic, it's pretty expensive actually. It's an organic sugarcane alcohol. And this is a natural, more of a natural alternative to using what I'm about to show you. So this one here is still considered a natural product. This is an ethyl alcohol 200 proof, and this is basically a grain alcohol, and it is not denatured. So basically that means that it is left, I ordered more here apparently. It's, or maybe not, maybe this packaging is really heavy that they have. Yeah, I think that's all, but it's very weighted. I don't know if you all can see this, it's interesting. Okay, so then this next product here in this little box is something that I got from Amazon, and this is what you will typically see as the first ingredient listed on your Dior, Versace, you know, your kind of perfumes. And what it is a denatured alcohol. So what that means is they basically, this is still ethyl alcohol, which is essentially, you know, ethanol with various proofs. And essentially what they do in the denaturing process of these is they will replace a small percentage with a denaturing agent. And in this case, this is denatured alcohol, ethyl alcohol 40B, 200 proof. And that 40B is an indicator here that basically of what the denaturing agent is. So there's one that's, I believe, Versace uses, that is like 39C, and that specifically refers to diethyl phthalate, and they use 1% of that as a denaturing agent. And basically it means that it's no longer an alcohol, like they denature the alcohol and they kind of add another agent so that it can no longer be used for the same purposes that a regular alcohol would be. So this is a product that I've seen a lot of companies carry. By the way, all these products are ones, Makesy for example has a base that is a sugarcane alcohol base, basically the same type of, it's a very comparable base to what I purchased from Lab Alley as this sugarcane alcohol. They also have a grain alcohol base. They sell it as a perfumer's alcohol base. They're just very widely used products. I'm just sourcing them from more of, I don't want to say a pharmaceutical company, but it's a lab-based company, and you're just going to get a better bulk price that way. But the products themselves are very comparable to what you would pay a premium for from suppliers like Makesy, and there are some other ones that carry these types of products. Okay, so anyways, I want to do some kind of behind the scenes with you all. Don't worry, this is just the packaging in here. Got this really interesting packaging, but I want to do kind of some behind the scenes with you all and show you what I am going to be making. So basically the base recipe, base formula for these, formula is actually the correct word. I usually use the word recipe kind of as slang, but the base formula is going to be, you're just adding your fragrance oil to these, and you're going to be using, I believe it's category 4. There are some subcategories of that as well, but you're going to be using a perfume based category, and this video is in no way meant to be a tutorial. It's just kind of showing my behind the scenes. This is a product that I'm hoping to release in 2024 after I've done quite a bit more extensive testing on what I like personally and what works well for me. But anyways, I'm going to take you all downstairs, and I'm really excited to be doing my first run with these new products. Oh my goodness! So what I've got here is 3 little bottles, and I've just labeled them all with the names of the various 3 alcohols. And into each of these, I'm going to be putting 5 grams of my base and 1 gram of my fragrance. And for this one, I'm going to be using Santal by Stone Candles because I'm very familiar with the scent in room and linen sprays, and I just want to see how this works in my first test run of these eau de toilette / eau de parfum. And I'm going to be using, that'd be about 20%. So again, 5 grams of the base, 1 gram of the fragrance. And then I don't have any sprayers. So this is just my first test run, and I'm really excited to try out these products. So I'm just gonna be using this gram scale that I will have linked below for you all. It's really useful when you're doing very, very small batches. So I'm just using these little containers that I have, and I don't have any good sprayers. I just cut down some of my misters from my premium vials bottles. I hope I'm recording so that I had something just to give these ones a first go. But into this one, I'm just going to put 5 grams of this grain alcohol, this first one. And then I'm going to do 1 gram of Santal by Stone Candles. And I'm choosing that fragrance just because I'm very familiar with it in my room and linen sprays. And it's a good way for me, since I'm so familiar with that fragrance, to test it out. But for all of your fragrances that you use for whatever your application is, you just want to make sure that you're being IFRA compliant. So, okay, we've got 5.03 grams. That is oops, dripped a little bit on my scale here. 5.03 is going to be close enough. That's only 0.03 more than 5. And so then I'm going to tear this one out and do, with a different transfer pipette, just 1 gram of my Santal by Stone Candles. And this is a 20% strength of my base. And scale is so nice with how precise it is. So these, from what I have read, will be able to make a clear perfume. So you won't have that issue with the fogginess like you get typically when you use more of the standard recipes. This is not like a room and linen spray. It's really a eau de toilette or eau de parfum. And so then let me just grab a little stirring rod here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? These are just my first test runs. So I am going to just give this one a little bit of a shake, just kind of a swirl, maybe more than a shake. You know, I would like to stir it though. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just grab my little cap to one of my premium vials sprayers. Again, these are not products that I'm selling. This is my very first test run of these, just for personal use and experimentation. So I'm just giving this a little stir, maybe for 30 seconds, and you can see that this is perfectly clear. Again, this is the grain alcohol. This is the base that a lot of will be labeled as like a perfumer's base from a lot of suppliers. I believe Windy Point has one, Makesy has one, and it is a 200 proof ethyl alcohol, and it is non-denatured. Let me just put the lid back on this guy. It smells amazing. Actually, I should have smelled each of these. This one here, so this is the grain alcohol. Again, the one that I was saying is just your standard perfumer's base. This one pretty much has no off-putting smell to it. It's a very, very slight alcohol scent, like a, I would say like a very mild isopropyl alcohol type of a scent to that one, but not offensive at all, and I'm really thrilled by that. Okay, and then this next one I'm going to do here is the organic sugarcane. This one by far was the most expensive, and these were the smallest bottles that I could purchase. And all of these alcohols, let's get a different pipette here. All of these alcohols that are non-denatured will require, I think it's a hazmat fee. So because they're considered hazardous substances, just because it's an alcohol that's being shipped, and it's non-denatured, you will generally have to pay a fee to get these ones. But from Lab Alley, for their smallest size bottles is what I got. I did not have to pay a fee for these whatsoever, in addition to the regular shipping fee, which is normally what you would have to pay to ship a non-denatured alcohol. So this one here, 5.0 grams. You know what, I'm gonna just put a little bit of this into a smaller bottle, this Santal, so I have an easier time getting to it. Okay, and so I'm gonna turn this back on, just do a gram of my Santal. So the same exact thing that I did to my other one, just with a slightly different base. And this is a very strong concentration, but this is typically the concentration that you're going to get in something that is labeled an eau de parfum. And then so again with this one, I'm going to take my other sprayer and just give this a very light stir. And I'm going to also smell this one for you all too. Interesting. So it is going to clear. You can see that fragrance oil just getting incorporated and now going to a pure clear color. Just beautiful. And I'm just smelling that Santal there. So let me just smell this one out of the bottle for you all. Like the other one, it has a very non-obtrusive, unobtrusive, slight alcohol scent, but this one just has a slight, little bit of a sweeter scent to it. And I'm just gonna close that one up here. And then our last one is the one that I just really wanted to get for my own experimentation. This one does say that it is not for use on skin. Do not spray on skin. However, the safety data sheet of this product is sold by a lot of companies. So again, I may not even spray this on myself, but I just wanted to get it for the experimentation. It kind of has a slight bitter scent to it. Kind of like the other ones, but it is a little bit more bitter. And this one is denatured. And then I'm just gonna grab with a separate pipette 5 grams here. .95. A little too much there. And then we're going to tear that one off. We're going to grab our pipette that was used for the fragrance, and just do a gram of this Santal fragrance in this one as well. Like the others, I am going to grab my little sprayer just so I can have something to kind of stir, and this is a really small bottle. I'm just going to give that one a bit of a swirl, and again, you can see the oil incorporating with the base. You can see that just kind of going to clear just like the other ones did. I'm going to cap that. So this has taken about, well, this is now the end of April, and the first part of the video that you just watched was shot at the end of December. And as you could probably see the Christmas decorations if you looked really carefully in the early part of the video. But what I want to mention is that this is all so much more complex than I had initially, well, thought. Basically, I've gone down a whole rabbit hole of finding fixatives because when I ended up trying the perfume samples that I made, they were really good in general, but they didn't last quite as long as I would like for something marketed as an eau de parfum. Or even an eau de toilette. I'd like it to really be able to last with just a couple of sprays for, you know, a good half a day. And so I've just kind of gone down a rabbit hole figuring out natural fixatives and just fixatives in general that I can incorporate into those perfumes. I know benzoin is one. There's lots of essential oils that you can use as fixatives. I think sandalwood, Australian sandalwood is one. You can also use, I think it's called ISO E Super. There's a lot of different ones. And basically perfumers, real perfumers, are going to be very familiar with all those fixatives and are going to be incorporating those in an artful way along with the fragrance oils and their base. So it's very complex, at least the way that I want to approach this. And so far, the results that I've had have not been better than my current room and linen sprays, and I definitely want these to be a different product than that and to last longer than a room and linen spray, which is going to be, for mine, it's between generally 5 and 7.5% strength. And this is, we're talking 20% strength. So anyways, just wanted to give you all a little bit of an update on that, and I may post another video in the future. If any of you are interested, let me know. If any of you make perfumes, definitely leave me a comment. I'm curious what you like and what's worked well for you with making perfumes. But anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm sending all of you peace, love, and light, and I'm wishing all of you happy potion making.